Hello, it's Mari-Lyn Harris here of the Kindness Village and of the Kindness Matters podcast series called The Pouring Ideas. The ideas of it is to share ideas about our climate change, sustainability, kindness, belonging, about what the Village of the Movement is, about that. And so I invite you to join in on the shows that happen every third Tuesday of the month. And I'm recording this just as an introduction and a little bit of about podcast show or chapter number two. We've already done number one, but I just wanted to welcome you and let you know a little bit more about it. So today I had scheduled a call talking about building your own ecosystem. And ecosystem can relate to your business or your movement or whatever project you're working on. And it helps us build a little strategy so that keeps us in line in our own lane, if you will. So the idea for me, for the Kindness Village, for example, the ecosystem has five living parts. But I'm going to really focus on part number five. No, partner number, network number three. And some people will call it the flywheel. I never heard about that. I took a course, and you can read about it more about it. There's a guy that's written a book about it on Amazon, and you can get more details about that. But I heard about it through a course I had taken about becoming a developer, so I could learn about and develop the Kindness Village. It's a housing project, really. And so the idea is the the po the partner network is really a group of people that are your collaborators that come together and say, we want to be a part of what you're doing, what you're building, about your movement, about your business, about your services, whatever it is that you're offering to your audience or the people that are out there. They're looking for somewhere to call home. And the village isn't about a place you drive through and maybe you stay. It's you come and you stay. And so really, I'm just kind of going through that today. And maybe you can look at some ideas and how you can apply it to your project. So we all know that what we're working on, we know our business, we know our staff and everything. And then we need a story that why it comes together. And the people, the storytelling, that's what people buy into is the storytelling, your story, how you got started, what did you do? So, and then part of that is building your ecosystem, and I call it building up my collaborators. So, right now, for me, for the business, my not business, but for my community, I'm looking for a contractor and a grant writer. And so, I guess in the meantime, I have to be my own grant writer, but I'd rather have somebody that's a little bit more experienced than I am. So, anyway, so that's how your ecosystem grows, is through aligned collaborators. And for me, it are builders, land partners, um, service providers. I have a gentleman that fosters youth. He wants to be a part of it. You may have a food community, garden people, know people like they love to do gardens and they want to be a part of that because then they can have a garden. There may be transportation helpers, people that have transportation services want to join in because then they can offer the transportation services to the people that live in the village. And then you have urgent care and mobile health, because people will need that. You have artists and musicians because they're looking for a place to hang out and share their music. And then you have local businesses that are in town, but looking for a place to reach, to do more outreach. So those are the type of things that you need to have. And for me, it's like faith communities. Um, they have land, but they may be underutilized and they want to add something to their faith community to retain their members. And then there's sustainability groups, people that are into hemp, building supplies, um, climate change, because it all intertwines, right? Everything comes together. So eventually, Kindness Village becomes a platform for human connection. And if we have human connection, and so it's not just housing, it's a place to live, to embrace each other, to care for each other, to feel that you belong, and you don't have that loneliness feeling. Of course, you live on your own, but it doesn't mean somebody has to depend upon you or you have to depend on somebody else. That's up to you. But the whole community is about coming together. So that's really kind of the thing. And then you have to look at, okay, how do I have an income? So for me, it's just basically the housing, the members, the sponsors, the partner collaborations, any consulting that I do. And then I have, like I said, the podcast, the community storytelling. So the podcast is about kindness matters and what story are you telling or do you want to share? And I don't need all of these right now, but that's just some of the things where I'm going. So it's really important that people have housing and how we build human connection. And that's why the ecosystem matters. So we want to make sure that we have all that. We want to think about other ideas about housing, climate, and community. Those are the really main things about the Kindness Village. So in that, I hope to have more people that would like to join the show and just have a conversation about that topic or other topics I've kind of laid out. So you can register over at Earth for Earth. I'll put it in this video in the comment section. I'll put it down there, and you can go register, and then send out a link to the show. It happens, like I said, every third Tuesday, 9 a.m. And we have a conversation about whatever it is that story you want to tell, whatever ideas you have that you want to talk about. And because the last time I did my podcast, it was about creating an impactful legacy. I did a lot of things about interviewing people, and I just found that there's a lot of people out there that just want to have a conversation, want to have somebody listen to them, have that connection with somebody else other than just an interview, one interview. So this show won't be about having an interview per se. It'll be about you inviting you. I'm inviting you to join me. On the first show, we were talking about hemp and the builders and climate change, how they all intertwine. So I think it's very important that we just keep talking and sharing and seeing how we can collaborate and work together. And that's how we'll thrive, by working together. So thank you for joining me. All my detailed information are below in the comments. But thank you very much. Take care. Have a wonderful day.